insane that the government's not helping. Do I not wear it all the time? What, this? I wear this as long as I'm out and about, or there's people at my house, or I'm on live. How often do I wash my hijab? I hand wash the one that I had every day. Eating doesn't get your cover dirty. Sometimes. I've gotten better at it. I reverted 3 years ago. I have a video on my profile about that, though. Oh, thank you. Do I have any saved? No, I don't have any saved. I'm sorry. I'm trying, okay? But, like, I only get what money I can, make right now. No, I reverted, meaning that I'd never been Muslim before. If your country's safe, then why? Nobody's really moving outside of Syria right now. I do have a southern accent. I do. So I was not born in Syria. There are 6 children here. None of them are biologically mine. Hijab and smoky eye makeup. I don't wear makeup. I do have kohl on my eyes today. No, I mean reverted, because in Islam, we believe your soul is inherently Muslim. So we believe that you were always Muslim, even if you weren't born into a Muslim family. If you choose Islam, then you're reverting to your natural form. Kohl, yes. Mama. I took Mama home, and Mama always, she likes me to wear kohl, so she was like, here, put this on, and I'm like, okie dokie. Do I have family here? I have my husband's family. Yes, my eyes are doing the eye thing. So we're moving from Idlib city into the village, which is called Webda. Webda. No, we don't have... I don't have Amazon, any kind of access to any kind of, like, ordering online or any of that. There's no mail system here. I'm originally from Tennessee, but I've lived here almost 2 years now. Thank you, Patty. Oh, it's okay. He's muted. He can't say anything else back. I still talk to my mom. I still talk to my mom some. No. What led me to leave the States? Oh, I know. It's okay. You're all right, Sydney. I'm sorry you're having to work so hard. I'm sorry. I married a Syrian man. I reverted to Islam, and then I married a Syrian man. So that's how I ended up here. Nope. We went to the village for a day, and then we came back, and now I'm at my house. I met my husband online, and then I met him for the first time in person when I came here to marry him. Can you make things to sell on the street? No, not really. There's not a whole lot of like call for things. Oh, the van, yes. Oh, we're way past 90 Day Fiance. My house looks different. It's just a different view. I'm setting opposite so the kids can have their little privacy. So it's just a different angle of the same house. Yeah. Not anything different. No. Still me. I do enjoy being Muslim, and I do like living in Syria. Yes. I do choose to dress like this, although I do still get hot. This particular house used to belong to my brother-in-law. He's a sheikh, and he moved to a village a ways away to be a sheikh, to be like the leader of the masjid there. He didn't take his house with him. He didn't tear it down. He didn't sell it, so he let me have it. Yeah. I was in the village, and I can't go live when I'm in the village. And it's a had to shway logo letter B. Shway. The heat in Florida is intense today. Yes. So the weather in Syria. Let's see if I can figure out how to say this in Arabic. Tux fi Syria Shob Eliam. Eliam Tux fi Syria Shob. Yeah, I think that works. Today the weather in Syria is hot. We are going to be going and living in the village, but there's nothing there right now. We do live in the same house. We do, in fact, live in the same house. Your friend's dad is from Syria? What part? There's only a couple of major governments. I didn't lose any rights coming to Syria. So right now I live on the outskirts of Idlib, Syria. Idlib is a governorate. It's the city itself is actually huge. There's really no land or anything, so like I can't like plant anything. I literally live next door to a dump. And so just on the outskirts of the refugee camp here. The exact same freedoms here as they do in America, yes. Can I take off the face covering in my house? Yes, as long as there's nobody here that's not family. So I've got like a 2-week timeline right now, and I'm going to be gone. So if I do, no, men do not hit on women over here due to the hijab. There are Christians, Jews, Druze, Alawites. There are plenty of people here that don't wear hijab. What happens to your house when you have to leave? I'm going to put the block itself up for sale. And let's hope it sells, because that will help me to dig a well. No, I'm not moving back to the U.S. No, so if at this point, since I'm not gonna have like the reason I was like, oh my gosh, like I need to earn $1,500 is because I need solar panels and a battery and a tent and a dish for my internet and a router. And so if I don't have those things, then I'm just not going to have those things. And I'm just going anyway, because, it is like 2 weeks, 20 days on the outline side of things. It has to be done because, even if I have to build like a mud hut, I have to be off this land by the end of the year, and I'm not going to do that in the dead of winter when it pours rain all the time and it's like 12 degrees outside. So, they're shutting the refugee camps here. And this is refugee land. So I have to move. I have to. The village is better than the U.S. Here where I'm at right now, probably not so much. What I'm trying to do is build the first wife a house or something. And, no, the house is concrete, like block. It takes forever to tear it down, and then you can't, you lose a lot of block when you do that, especially if you don't have tools, which we don't. So, I'm moving about 3 hours away because I won't have internet. I won't have internet in the village if I don't earn the money and go the way that I had planned to go originally. Then I won't have internet, so I won't be able to go live. All that requires money that I unfortunately I don't have. So for a little bit I'll be alone in the village, but not like. Nope, false in Syria. So it'll be me, and then a couple of the older kids are going. So no, 3 hours isn't anything fun. So I will eventually have to. I don't know if she'll end up having to move in with the brother. I don't know how that's going to work, because the original plan the original plan was I go first. I live in a tent. Yes? I live in a tent, and we build the one house for her. Because she has the kids. And then, once I do that, yes, you can buy land here in Syria. You absolutely can. Then once her house was built, she was gonna move, and then we were gonna like use the sheep and the goats and the farmland to raise enough money to build me a house. And then all we had to do was dig a well. But it's just not working quite that way. So with that being said, I'm originally from America, yes. Yes. Thank you for the paper crane. How do you travel? You have to get a visa and then buy a plane ticket. No, living together isn't an option. I do like wearing this, yes. I do. Yeah, no, war's over. I am safe, yes. My husband will be going back and forth. No, this is my kimar I made for Eid. I'm a Syrian citizen. I can travel. So what's the new plan? The new plan is go there and just work. Go there and just work. Like, because a tent is not big enough for 9 people. So you can't all fit in a tent. And it's building one big house is the same as building 2 small houses. So, it's just, is it easy to get citizenship? It was for me. It took about 2 weeks, for me to get citizenship. So, yeah. I am going to go to the village, yes. His parents live in the bombed out shell of their previous house with just a tent cover on the roof, and tent cover over the holes in the wall. So, he will probably be going back and forth a couple of weeks at a time now. No, it'll be a couple of weeks at a time. You're trying to find a Syrian wife. Oh, well. I don't know. Maybe I could help you with that. There are a lot of pretty women here. You should battle. I hate battles. I can't stand battling. But yeah. We have a car. It's kind of old and it doesn't work all the time sometimes, but we have a car. I'm still not entirely sure that battles are halal either. I don't know. It's just not. I don't really. I've tried battles a couple times. I don't really make any money, so. Nope, sure doesn't. If it made me upset, I definitely wouldn't have moved here to begin with. Absolutely beautiful people here in Syria. 100% beautiful. Oh, it's not going to work because my eyebrows aren't out today, Fac. My goodness. See, now if I had my hijab on, you could have seen me in a cowboy hat. Oh, well, I'm free today, so fish, you got your wish. Interesting. I don't know what you guys think, like I'm some kind of prisoner here or something. But I'm not. Not at all. Nope. Sorry to disappoint you. I don't have to. Thank you, Patricia. Thank you for your hand hearts. I do not have to cover myself. Well, I decided on Syria specifically because I met and married my husband. So, my husband will work once we move to the village because there's actually going to be work for him to do. There's not work in Syria right now. They do treat me like I didn't choose to live here. Like, I don't know what you guys think that, like, somebody kidnapped me and put me on a plane and I flew for 13 hours through, like, several different countries. Then did 7 different buses and just, like, ended up here against my will. Yeah, I was a revert before I got into a relationship with my husband. So yeah. Wasn't a revert for marriage situation. I am not gonna have, as it stands right now, I'm not gonna have Wi-Fi, but maybe. Oh, that's interesting. I still have at this point the ability to leave because I have American passport. Jesus was a great messenger, so just so you know, I love Jesus, but Jesus isn't God, so I don't believe that. I don't believe it. We'll have to agree to disagree. There is the Adhan. I'm going to have to get off in a little bit. I live in Idlib, Syria. Idlib, Syria. We love Jesus too. I'm originally born and raised in Tennessee. Yeah, it may be a really, really long while. Like, I am Muslim, yes. I did get new hijabs. I had to say thank you to Sydney. There's these two. A purple one and a green one. Walaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hi, hello. On the outside of things, 20 days from now. Like, that's all. That is all the time I have left. I've got to figure something out. No, none of my American family was supportive. They are pretty and they're soft and they're really good quality. So I'm excited because I think they'll last for a little bit. I do wear this in public, although I don't have to. The difference in headwear is this personal choice. I'm trying, and there is still hope that I can get the stuff for internet and stuff like that. Thank you, Regina. The weather is hot. I did marry a Syrian, yes. So we don't like to wear bright colors that attract attention. There are hijabs in all different kinds of colors, prints, and things like that, different kinds of fabric. However, we do want to be mindful that we're not supposed to be drawing attention to ourselves. And so we kind of want to keep the color scheme kind of muted, which is why I got the colors I got. This is close to like a purple color, and this one is obviously drab olive green. But I like olive green. I like green in general. Yes, by my choice. Everything in Islam is by choice. Nothing is compulsory. You may have obligations in Islam, but you cannot be compelled to do anything. My name is Ramont. Hi, nice to meet you. Yeah, I'm free to choose. I don't know. There are a lot of Shia Muslims in Iran, and I don't pretend to know about them, so I can't really tell you much about them. I will be on my own. My own. Yeah, we're just obeying Allah here, people. I'm gonna make that video when I get off. I sure am. We are, exactly. It is all about choice, okay? Because you can't test someone without the ability to choose to disobey. Okay? So you can't have obedience without choice. Because if you don't give someone choice, then there's no choice to disobey. So you can't test somebody if they lack choice. I do live in Syria, and I reverted 3 years ago. It's called free will. I'm going to be going live every day just like I normally do until I absolutely have to leave. Do your fellow followers disregard you or ignore you for making a choice that they don't agree with, or a choice Allah wouldn't be fond of? I don't make choices Allah wouldn't be fond of. Really, I try so very hard. I am human, but I don't go, would Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala like this? No, I think I'm going to do it anyway. Like, that's not how this works. I have to leave because they're closing the refugee camps, guys, and I have no choice but to move off of the property that I'm living on. So I have no choice but to go to the village. They're wanting everybody gone by the end of the year. Well, the end of the year is the middle of winter, and if you don't know anything about the weather in Syria, the winter time is storm season. It rains all winter long, and it's freezing. And I don't want to have to pick up and move and have nowhere to go in the freezing cold, versus at least if I go there in the summertime, I can like stack some rocks together and throw some mud on it and let it dry, and hopefully I'll at least have a roof over my head. Like, I've got other options. What makes you think she isn't in a hurry to move? She doesn't want to move, period. She's not of the mindset to go move to the village. There's nothing near the village, and she doesn't like that. As for the way I'm dressed, I dress this way because it pleases Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that is the goal here, is to do things that please Allah, to follow Him and be obedient to Him, even if it makes you uncomfortable. And so that's where we are. Yes, the entire family has to move, which is why I'm trying to get there and at least get her a house so she doesn't have to live in a tent. My husband does have 2 wives, and I am American. There's nothing near the village. There's nothing. It's 45 minutes to the nearest small town. It's 2 hours to get back to Idlib. No, the other wife's Syrian. I am very southern, yes. They're closing the refugee camps. So this past winter, the refugee camps sustained quite a bit of damage. And so, I'm sorry. Their septic systems were damaged. Their roads were damaged. They flooded. There was a lot of people that lost their tents and things like that. But the few belongings that they did have to flooding, rather than fix all of the broken stuff, they're just closing them. And they're making everyone leave. Hi, Cleo. So, can you buy a home? No, I'm trying. The easiest way to do this is to build on the land we already own. Well, if you were born Muslim and you're saying that something that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allowed is disgusting and disrespectful, you may want to go back and reread your Quran, sister. Like I said, there's a small town about 45 minutes away. And you can go there and you can buy, like, we would only be going like once every couple of weeks. So, like, you can't, it's not like here where we could go out every day. It's not going to be like that. You cannot move to the, oh, thank you, May. Oh, look. It wiggled its little toesies. Right now I have no means to go live there. So eventually I hope to have some kind of like hookup to the internet. I don't know when that'll be if I don't have it before I go, because I don't know. We can't move to the U.S. because you can't have multiple wives in the U.S. Also, could you imagine trying to fund passports and immigration for 8 people? 8 people. Like, do you know how insane that is? I'm actually answering a lot, Kayla. I've been answering questions this whole time. Do I believe in death to all infidels? What are you trying to say? Like, where did that come from? Is that like something that you've heard about Islam? Because that's not true. You do realize that there are 270 something people in here, and I might just not have seen your comment, or what you're trying to ask keeps getting flagged by the TikTok filter and isn't coming through. I have a pinned video. 3rd pinned video if you want to know about kids. Oh, thank you. My husband has 2 wives. She's asking inappropriate questions, and that's why. Yes, I'm Muslim. I am Muslim. Let's see, hold on. I really am, like, all the way. Like, I'm trying to, like, catch as many questions as I possibly can. If you have a question, ask. I'll try to get to it. If I don't get to it, you've got to assume one of 2 things. Either I didn't see it, try again, or then you asked something inappropriate and TikTok grabbed it. Then what was your question, Kayla? Because I haven't seen anything from you except you complaining that I'm not answering your question that I didn't see. It took me like a week of bus rides with layovers and planes and things like that to go all over and finally end up in Syria. And it was over $5,000. What does Muslim mean? It means you follow the Islamic religion. Where do I live? I live in Syria. I see your question now. Hold on, because they're coming fast now. What is your belief on Jesus? I believe he was a messenger. I do believe in God. Yeah. It's not his land. It was always refugee land. He just did not break the block down for his house and take it with him. No, I don't think I'll be coming back to Christianity. Thank you, Cash. Am I worried about living in Syria with Israel acting crazy? No. Do I believe in the Trinity? Nope. That is shirk, and that will land you in the very bottom of Jahannam. There is one God and one God alone, and he is one, and he has not had any question. He has not had any sons. He doesn't have a wife. He's not begot or begotten. Genuine question. What about the virgins that they'll receive? What about them? Like, that wasn't even a question. That was like a comment. Thank you for the finger hearts, Erica. You're so sweet. You don't think that's strange? No. No, I don't think that's strange. Like, if you were here and you were Muslim and you passed away before you got married, it would not be strange for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to offer you some kind of compensation where you could maybe have a partner for the afterlife. I don't think it was it. Walaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hi, hey, hello, Ukhti. You were being nosy? No. Did my, like, I saw your message, and I thought I sent you one back. Now, just the one God. Why is my race part of this? Why is my race, what does my race have to do with me being Muslim? Well, thank you, Tamira. I hope you come back. See you soon. I do not miss living in the States. No. Hi, Ladybug. I don't know why you can't pin a comment. Maybe it's the comment itself. Thank you, Carly. Yeah, I'm a revert. I don't understand what race has to do with anything, though. Like, I really don't. Like, why is it... What country am I in? I'm in Syria. I live in Syria. Did I live in the South in the U.S.? Yes, I was born and raised in Tennessee. Sure was. This one is cooler because it's big and like look, it gets air underneath it. This is a Khimar. Well, thank you. I met my husband here on TikTok. Thank you for the flower. It's seeping. You're from Nastyville? I've been to Nastyville a few times. And if they had this Shway Shway logo, let her be a Shway. Shway Shway. I'm learning. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hi, hello. I was planning on having children with my husband. We tried IVF twice. That was all the money I had for IVF. And now I've got to focus on getting us all back together as a family in the village because obviously I don't want like the kids to be homeless. I don't want any of that. What about Jesus, Sandra? Sorry, there's a lot of people in here, so you may have to put your question in more than once for me to see it. And then if I still don't see it, you may want to reword it and try again, because TikTok probably grabbed it for some reason. My husband is a farmer. You cannot see outside because it is pitch black dark. It is 10 o'clock at night. Would love to show you. If you want to see, I have some videos. If you don't want to watch videos and you want to see it live, you're going to have to come back tomorrow because it's dark outside. I don't have any outside lights, so you can't see anything. It's just a bunch of... Originally from Sacramento, California, lived in Tennessee for 30 years. Oh, that must have been a change. My husband was a farmer, and then everything kind of got blown up. And now he's trying to get back to that. We're trying to get back to being self-sufficient. You don't get the clothes, that's okay. You don't have to. Why are there lights outside? Because Syria has been in a war with itself for about 15 years. And so a lot of things are just kind of offline right now. The power grid being one of them in certain places. No, they did blow everything up. Past tense. Past tense. They did in the past. Mama is better. Ma'am, you should really put more energy into lifting women up and not putting women down. You gotta fix your attitude, ma'am. I do like it here. I do. Syrian people are so sweet. It's just an all-around good time. I have plenty of outside videos. I also have plenty of videos of, like, markets and stuff. Do I ever feel in danger being an American? No. Oh, my God, no. Syrians love Americans. Syrians love Americans. Okay, it is hot here, though. I'm originally from Tennessee. Why does my husband have 2 wives? You'll have to ask him that. Mama did love her visit. Why do I feel what? Oh, that's great. I work for myself, too. You really should fix your nasty attitude. It's gross and unbecoming of a woman of your big old ripe age. I can see the grays in your profile picture from here. Like, you could be somebody's grandma. You should be a better example of how to treat other people and not be so schnasty. It's not nice. I know. I'm sorry. No, I'm not jealous. And there's only 2 wives total, not 2 other wives. So just 2. My goodness. Hold on. They gave me a puzzle and it's blocking chat. I can't see. How close is the shopping centers? About 30 minutes to Sarmado where you can go to the mall. No, he's not looking for any more wives. I do cook American food. I've done hamburgers and pizza and some other things like that. Pizza and hamburgers happen to be their favorite. He has 2 wives. Do I have AC? No. I feel sorry for your grandchildren. Shame on you for being that kind of example to them. Have fun watching and not being able to talk, though. We had to put you in the timeout corner, Grandma. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You're just not a nice lady. You gotta work on that. Work on your delivery. Okay? Okay. What advice would I give a first-time visitor to Syria? Don't be scared, and you don't have to cover up. Syrian people are absolutely lovely. Even if they don't speak good English, they will give you stuff. They'll invite you to their house for like tea and stuff. Like, and here's the thing: you gotta like change your mindset when you come to Syria because nobody's trying to get one over on you here. That's not how this works. They're genuinely that nice. It's gonna feel weird. It's gonna feel weird at first, okay? Because you're gonna be like, "What do you want from me? Why are you being so nice? Like, you're trying to scam me, aren't you?" And the answer to that is no. They're just really that nice. They're really that nice. I can wear different colors, so I have some different colors here. I usually wear muted colors because it attracts less attention. Well, it's not a burqa. It's a khimar. Burqa doesn't have an eye hole. I really wish you people would like at least educate yourselves before you come in here and embarrass yourself in front of the internet and your mama. Because you don't actually know what you're talking about. It's not a burqa. Is there any jealousy between the wives? I'm not jealous of her. Can I tell you how she feels about me? No, because I'm not her. I can't tell you about her for sure. I don't think so, but then you never know because I'm not her, so I don't know what she's feeling on the inside. There's a difference between curiosity and just plain old, like, disrespectful ignorance. Well, my husband, if you haven't met him yet, you should come back tomorrow and you will meet him, is the sweetest man. The sweetest man. We do spend some time together, yes. We do tea and stuff like that. Thank you, Maria. I hope you're having fun in Scotland. Oh, well, I mean, ignorance is not an excuse because you could just come in and just ask questions and I will answer them and you don't have to be mean or anything. I will answer all of your questions. I don't wear my glasses when I'm wearing my facial veil because I don't know if you can see, but it's really tight. There's not really room for my glass stems. And if I put them on the outside, my ears are not, you can't see my ears. There's no ear there. There's nothing for it to like latch onto. So, do I wear my headdress always in the house? No, only if I'm online, going out into town, or I have company that's not family. I'm originally from Tennessee, but now I live in Idlib, Syria. Am I allowed to leave the house without a man? Why, yes, I am. I can hold a job. I can speak out in public. I can drive a car. What else? Oh, I can travel by myself. Hi, Khadijah. I guess I could put some, like, glasses things on here. I haven't actually thought about that. I have a sewing machine, so I should probably get on to that. Yes, so the other wife is Syrian. The kids are with me. They're just being really quiet. They're being really quiet. There's two right there, and then the other one's over here. I'm trying to let them have their space. Do I have family in the U.S.? I sure do. I had to come from somewhere, right? Yeah, they're being quiet. They missed the YouTubes while I was gone. The kitty's doing good. No, I'm in Syria. I moved to Syria specifically Syria to marry my husband. The kids come and stay with me every other night because they want to, not because they have to or because I have some obligation to watch them. So, if that's some kind of bomb reference, you're like way last season. Please come up with something original. Oh no, the women here in Syria have plenty of rights. Jinx is going to the village with me, yes. Genuinely, it is a religious thing. It's not original. It's not. How do you learn the language so well? Being immersed in it and practicing helps a lot. A lot. Syria is great. Syria is beautiful, and I hope that someday you guys get to come and see it for yourself. Because I'm not doing a lot of traveling these days, so, you know. Aw, thank you, but it's not a burqa. It's a khimar. Burqas don't have eye holes. I'm covered up because it pleases Allah. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Are the children homeschooled? No. They, walaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. They went to private school. They will not obviously be continuing private school because we're moving to the village and we don't really have a choice in that matter. However, I am trying to get my, teaching English as a foreign language certification so that I can hopefully, become a teacher in the village. I'm moving because they're shutting down the refugee camps. Would they arrest me if I didn't wear it? No, there are no modesty laws in Syria. So, people, there are Christians, Jews, Druze, Alawites. There are women that do not wear hijab at all. They wear cut off shorts and tube tops here. Like, it's sometimes if you go to Damascus in those like bigger cities, I swear sometimes I think I went back to America. Because they will just have their hair out, be wearing some skimpy clothes, and nobody says anything to them because they're free to do what they want. What will they do with the camp after we move? They're reclaiming all of the refugee camp land. This particular site is going to be turned into a waste management facility. Dude. Yeah, so this particular site will be waste management. I do not know about all of the other ones though. My accent comes from Tennessee. I'm not, so, Hajj or Haji in the Arabic language means that you have performed Hajj, which is not true, because I have not performed Hajj, so you would not, call me Haji or Hajja. Deep down south, Tennessee. I live in Idlib, Syria. Do you, Heather? Like, what kind of question is that? It's a weird question. I live here. Yes. Yeah, you have? I'm sorry. That shouldn't have been a yes, you have. Like, hopefully you remedied that situation. Did I always want to move to Syria? Oh, no. No. Do they have any light-colored fabrics? They do. Look. These are light-colored fabrics. The babies are 15, 12, 8, 4, and 2. I mean, do I get homesick? No. How's it going? I mean, it is. It is going. Do I get to shower daily? Yes. Do I love my husband and is he nice to me? I do. If he wasn't nice to me, I definitely wouldn't stay here. No, I'm not his only wife. My mother and father, well, thank you for the Stargard, Patty. I'm married to a Syrian, yes. If he wasn't nice to me, he wouldn't let me leave. That's weird. I have a passport and I am a big girl. So I would just get up and leave if I didn't want to be here. There's no amount of man that is going to keep me somewhere that I don't want to be. So he was working enough to support both families. However, we've hit like a rough spot. For the last 6 months, he's not had any work, which is absolutely out of his control. These men aren't controlling because he didn't pick my outfit. I did. I made this. I sewed it myself, for myself. You do understand that when you read the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sees men and women as equal, right? So that's not true. I'm not under him. We're equal. Sharia law is the practical application of Quranic law to a Muslim person's everyday life. So yes, I do support Sharia law. I'm originally from Tennessee. We've been married a year and 8 months now. A year and 8 months now. It's been a long time now. It does. It does say that. Sharia law is the practical application of Quranic law, which means the laws of the Quran. It's how you apply the laws of the Quran to your life. We did meet on the internet. You do not have to be covered inside of Syria. There are Christians and pagans and every other religion that live in Syria. You do not have to be covered inside of Syria. Sorry. You're misinformed. No, those aren't my kids. Those are the first wife's kids. They're my bonus babies. Bonus babies. Bonus. Oh, you're a privileged bully. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Jenny, that you have such a nasty attitude. Do I ever worry he married me for money? What money? What money? I have none. I live in poverty. I'm in the same boat he's in, sister. I don't have any money. He loves Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's what made me fall in love with him. Yeah, he married the wrong person for that one. He could have married somebody so much better. You get to choose your own religion. You get to choose your own religion, Deb. I don't judge people. We don't judge people here. No, I don't melt. And why is race in everything? He's from Syria. And he's been married to his first wife for 16 years. I chose poverty for love. I sure did. I chose poverty for love. Because there's much more important things in life than money. You do have to have it to live, obviously. Like, you gotta have some money to eat. You gotta have some money to, like, do things. But other than that, like, money means nothing. We pay for our internet, our Wi-Fi by the year. I do live in Syria. We don't have AC, though. He's 45. But thank you, Bubbles. He has 2 wives, yes. How is your contact with the first wife? We're friends. Do you have the opportunity from the government? No, the government doesn't help. It's okay, Sydney. I'm going to try to fix it. Okay. Hold on. Slow down, chat. Let me find Sydney again. I don't know why. I'm going to unmod you and then remod you. So hold tight. And then when I tell you to leave and come back. But don't leave just yet because I need your tag so that I can add you back as a moderator. All right. I reset you, so leave and come back. Yeah. You're gravy. You can leave and come back and hopefully that fixed it. Oh, I hope it fixed it. Could I leave him in the religion if I wanted to? I sure can. I am a big girl. And I have freedom of choice. Yippee! I moved to Syria for my husband. Mama is doing great. Who's irritated? Is somebody in here irritated? Because it sure ain't me. It worked. Whoopee! No, we don't have any children together. Was I Muslim before I married my husband? Yes. I sure was. I sure was. No, each wife has her own house. No, you're fine, Heather. I just my goodness. I get the he must beat you a lot. Which usually comes from people who aren't so nice. So, it was just a weird question to start with. I choose to wear my facial veil. You do not have to wear a facial veil if you do not want to. It is your prerogative because only you are going to answer for your actions to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So I'm not going to judge you for however you want to live your life. Could you show your face on this live if I wanted? I am 41. I'm 41 years old. Walaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hi, May, baby. Do I miss any foods from America? Cheese. I've never done lives without a facial veil on. I've never done the first live without a facial veil on. How did I learn Arabic? I started with Duolingo, then I switched to Mondly, and then I took a class. Nope, nobody's going to hurt me if I show my face. They have one kind of cheese here. Well, 2 if you count mozzarella, but they have like a sheep cheese that's like a white cheese. Yeah, those are apps. Mondly and Duolingo are both apps. I like Mondly, Mondly, better than I like Duolingo. So it was nice. I'm still using it, and it goes through. It's got a nice curriculum. Yeah, Mondly. And you can use it for free, but I like the Pro because it allows me to kind of move at my own pace. So there are days that I do more than other days. I'm still learning Arabic. Do I babysit his other kids? I wouldn't call it babysitting. They do, however, want to come. Mondly has other languages, yes. Mondly has a bunch of languages. He has 6 kids with his first wife. Nope, it doesn't make women second class. So, do you take that belt off as soon as you get off live? Usually, as soon as I get off live, if not, like, a little bit after. Just depends on if there's somebody here who's not family. Hey, Loretta. My day is going good. It's just late, and I'm tired. So, I'm probably going to head off here soon. I just wanted to, hop on and be like, hi, I'm back from the village. Hello. Usually we, walaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Usually we cook. Can your bonus kids see you without the veil? Yes. It is 10:27 and I didn't cook dinner today because we didn't leave the village until like 4 o'clock. Of course I miss my kids. Of course I do. Can women vote where you are? Yes. Are they speaking also Fusha in Syria or other Arabic? They speak Levantine dialect Arabic. which is different than Fuchsia, but you can speak Fuchsia, and most people will understand you. They may not speak Fuchsia, so when they talk to you, that's where you're going to run into an issue. They'll be able to understand you, but you may not be able to understand them as well. What do we eat when we don't cook? I think they had fried potatoes today.
Like my video.
Say hi. He's 15.
كشفتك يا كذاب.
Because they didn't want to come. Was it hard adjusting to a new lifestyle? Yes, that was one of his kids. No, I spent a year slowly adjusting. Yes, women can drive. Women can drive and hold jobs and all of that. No, I live in Syria. Do I FaceTime my kids? No. What age do people usually marry here? 17 to 18. 17, you have to have your parents' signature. 18, you're free to marry on your own.
Salam.
Good night, Cleo.
Salam.
You weren't scared of the civil unrest? No, all that was pretty much over by the time I got here.
ما لقيت like my video.
No, I don't have any contact with them.
تشربين؟
Each man can have 4 wives.
زرزة ما تعرف؟ يعني أول.
You landed a job? Oh my goodness. Whatever am I going to do with you? Well, are you happy now? Are Christians safe? Yes. You can't remember. Do I have a WhatsApp? I do. If you go to my link tree in my bio, it's on there. No, I don't. I would not want to have 4 of me. Lord help that man. Look, I try to be agreeable, okay? Well, thank you, Loretta. How are you? My eye is much better. It's mostly, I did have some issues with, I hope you're excited. I did have some issues with it because of the dust going to in through the city, but it's okay. I have been to Aleppo once. I would like to go back. The reason I went was to go to the Citadel, but it was closed for renovations. It's open now, and so I'm looking to go back eventually because I want to see the Citadel. Well, absolutely. You guys just gotta. You new people have to just hang around and meet Saddam. Well, it's not a uniform. It's a kimar, and it's pretty. I made it myself. Because they don't want me to. Thrifty. I do have plumbing. Do I have health care? I mean, I can go to the doctor anytime I want. Just send me a message on WhatsApp. I will check it in a little bit. You want the soccer ball? I want the soccer ball. I do like a good soccer ball. Yeah, there's a 3rd pinned video on my profile explains all of that. Good night, Michael. So it's just affordable without insurance. There is no insurance here. Is that the only color you can wear in the veil? No, there's like a bajillion colors. It's just, I only have so many clothes. I have like one outfit. This is my outfit for like if I leave the house and I'm going somewhere. You're alright, Shady. And then I have like one outfit that I wear at home and that's it. I don't have a lot of clothes. So, you ordered the Quran? Ooh, if you have any questions, do let me know. I am American, but that has nothing to do with me being Muslim. My southern accent is from Tennessee. Yeah, I don't have a lot of clothes. That's all. The reason for my face covering is because it pleases Allah. Absolutely. I live in Idlib, Syria now. I cover my face for modesty purposes. I should be in jail. What did I do that's illegal exactly? It pleases Allah. Sharia law? Define Sharia law. No, I made this for Eid. It's like a month or so old now. But yeah, I sewed this myself. I know. I don't know. I was trying to get somebody to define Sharia law since they think it's such a bad thing. Things are getting better over here. It's a law. There's nothing to define. There's plenty to define, actually. You can't just go, well, it's a law in America and that explain everything. Because what law? What law? What does it govern? Why can't I make more clothes? I don't have any more fabric. I don't have fabric. You can't make clothes if you don't have fabric. I am married to a Muslim, yes. I can be without my veil. Do I have a daughter, and does she have to cover her face as well? There's actually 2 daughters here. Well, actually, it doesn't govern the oppression of women, because the oppression of women would mean that those women lack choice, and considering the whole reason I'm wearing this is because of choice, that kind of kills the oppression part of that. However, what it does is it gives you a practical way to apply laws from the Quran to your life as a Muslim person. So if you're not a Muslim person, Sharia law doesn't apply to you. I am working right now. Nope, everybody wears these. Married, no married. Either I wear it or nothing. There's no laws like that here. Is there child marriage where you live? No, you have to be 17 with the parent's signature or 18 without to get married in Syria. No, men don't wear them because it's not for man. I live in Idlib, Syria. Nope, they love Americans in Syria. If you want to go watch my third pinned video, it explains the whole situation. I pretty much got disowned for my choices. Lots of folks, absolutely. I'm sorry, but Syria is just the nicest place. Like, the nicest place. I've said it's my choice till, like, I'm blue in the face under here, but, you know. Oh, you can be curious, but you don't want to come in and be, like, telling somebody who practices the religion and or lives in the country, like, what is or what's not. You know. My dad did. My mom still talks to me. I do speak some of the language, yes. Yeah. Thank you, Mira. Is there a U.S. military base in Syria? I think there used to be. Thank you, Mercy. I think there used to be. I don't know if it's still active or not. I'm originally from Tennessee. I talk to my mom a lot. I talk to her a couple times a week. Sometimes they wait until marriage to see their person's face. Sometimes I think they're allowed once to see. Just depends on the woman and what her choice is. And what's arranged through the families. Because you don't really date in Syria. Well, if you're Muslim, you don't date. You court, which is a little different. So, I appreciate you, Messi. Thank you, Mira. Ooh, that looks really good. Yeah, and the white middle-aged man who diddled a kid. Oh yeah, they're all great people. You can't do that. Oh, Pookie's not a moderator anymore. I'm sorry, it's just Sydney. Some are arranged marriages, but they're not like you think. They still have evil murderers, not religious people. You do realize that Christians have killed more people in history than any other religion, right? You do realize that, right? Yeah, sorry. She quit. Yeah. Oh, Muslims cover so that they please Allah. It's okay. It's okay. We still hope she's having a good time wherever she is. I'm originally from the Tellico Plains, Athens area. Absolutely. We're just keeping it moving. You're fine, Sydney. You're fine. The material is soft. And it's super breathable. No, why on earth would you be stoned? I met my hubby on TikTok. You're in Knoxville. I've done Knoxville. You get mental health support where you are? Me? I don't need mental health support. But you can. If you need it. Are you going to be walking around like screaming that to the top of your lungs, Jasmine? They don't normally just do things like that. Like you're just visiting. You're a tourist. I don't think anybody's going to know. I think you're fine. I mean, I have my first pin video tells you how I ended up becoming Muslim. It gets to be 115 degrees. 115, not 50 degrees. Absolutely will not be stoned. That's so crazy that people still believe that stuff like that happens. Nobody cares what you do in your private time. Okay? Nobody cares. Are you going to be running through the streets screaming, I'm trans? Like, I don't think so, because I don't think you would want to do that in America either, because do you think, like, America, like, overtly loves trans people? Because I'm going to tell you, no, they probably don't. So I'm just saying, like, you're just as safe here as you are there. Nobody's going to pull your pants down and look at your parts. You've not seen any videos of anybody beating anybody inside of Syria for anything. You don't have to have a man to go with you anywhere in Syria. You don't have to have a mahram in Syria. Yeah. No. Now, I will say, Syria does not support homosexuality, okay? We don't. So we're not doing pride parades, pride, anything like that. However, they're not gonna, like, hurt you because you're trans or gay. Nobody's going to know unless you come running through the streets screaming, I'm gay or I'm trans. Nobody's gonna know. Keep your private business private and keep it moving and enjoy your time here. Like, it's that simple. Nobody's gonna know. Nobody's gonna know what you're doing in your private life if you're not living here and things like that. It's not, I'm sorry, but it's just so crazy that you think that people are going around like, excuse me, are you gay? Prove it. Prove you're not. Like, this doesn't happen. Nobody cares. What country are you in? I live in Syria. You can't be doing public displays of affection, so you can't be holding hands, kissing, and things like that. That's not something that you're going to do anywhere in the Middle East. I don't care where you are. Saudi, Syria, Iraq, Iran, Afghanistan, Kuwait, Dubai. There's no hand-holding, kissing, public displays of affection in any of the Middle Eastern countries. Hi, Jimmy! I mean, like, I don't know how you would... Like, I don't know. I married a Syrian man. That's what made me specifically choose Syria. But yeah, nobody's coming out questioning your sexual preferences. Okay, nobody's doing that here. It's not a thing. I do have a thick accent. I do. But yeah, nobody's asking because nobody cares. I don't get jealous. I cannot say what the first wife does or does not feel. I don't do that where I assume other people's feelings. What is my favorite beautiful place in Syria? Idlib has some really beautiful places, but Damascus has the oldest masjid. Like other than well, the Kaaba's not even a masjid, but I am from the deep south originally. Yes, we live next door to each other. Already had dinner, Mary. We didn't leave the village until after 4, so we had already had dinner. But yeah, there's the oldest masjid in Damascus, and that is my favorite place so far. It is breathable. No hand holding, no kissy, no like huggies and stuff like that. No public displays of affection. And it's going to be that way throughout the Middle East. Lebanon, Jordan. At this point, just me, I don't know. Because it looks a whole lot like I'm going to be moving to the village and just kind of not having anything. How do I know gays aren't supported there? Because it's a Muslim majority country. And Islam doesn't support homosexuality. However, there are no laws or anything saying that you're going to be murdered if you are gay. They don't care. It's not like it's... Can you lock arms with a person to not get separated? Yes. I'm talking about like lovey-dovey displays of affection. Like being all hugged up and rubbing on people and stuff. I'm over here for good. I've not got enough for anything. So, right now, I don't have, I don't have the money for the dish and the router for the internet. I don't have the money for the battery and for the solar panels to have electricity. So I'm in a pretty dire situation right now. These questions are going fast today. My face is covered for modesty purposes. Well, when I married my husband, he actually had some work. I will probably be staying outside. It was not this way when I first moved here. There was still some odd jobs and things like that he was doing. And he was able to actually, like, support both families' food and stuff like that. And then the situation inside of Syria changed. And there's just not work in this area anymore. Yeah, we're looking at $1,500 to have the panels and the battery. Why not stay in Idlib, Syria and get another place? Because I can't afford rent every month. Well, the plan was to get all of that and to move and to show you guys the whole process of, like, building the house and everything. Like, go live and do work and stuff and have the moderators come up in boxes to help me explain what I'm doing. And that's what we were originally looking to do. However, I don't know now. Yeah, now I'm not sure because, like I said, I have to have panels and a battery, and I have to have a dish and a router. Hi, Red. And so now, like, I don't know. Hi, Pickles. Hi, Stevie. Thank you for the bouquet. Oh, it's a lot. It's a lot. Just doing the things. How do I afford to feed the children? You're looking at it. You're looking at it right now. It be a struggle. It's okay. Alhamdulillah, it'll all work out. Yeah. So honestly, like, the interwebs got well, hey. Do I have makeup on today? I have kohl on my eyes. Aw, thank you, Pickles. Oh my gosh. Yes. So the 1,500 is for the panels and the dish and everything. That's the bare minimum. That's not to include brick for the house. I'm literally selling the block from this house and her house to build her house. And then I'm going to live in a tent, and that's how we're getting started. So that's where we're at. But the startup was literally, walaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. The startup is literally $1,500. Like, that's bare minimum. No, I cannot take what I have for internet now because she's not moving until she has a house because she has the kids. And so she has to have the dish and stuff here. So the plan is I have to get my own solar panels, my own battery, my own dish, and my own router. All that goes to the village. And then once she moves out to the village, all of what's left here would be, oh God, not $10,000. I mean, like, that would cover the houses and the well and everything, but we're not trying to do all that. I just want to get the internet and my tent, and then that's all. And then after that, I'm going to try to fund everything else. Yeah, it's too expensive to move everybody to the U.S. because you got to think of immigration. For starters, there's no immigrating from Syria to the U.S. right now. I need to be out of here in less than 20 days because winter is coming. In winter comes rain. And once it starts raining, the concrete won't set for the houses, which means I have to hold off work until spring when it stops raining. And oh my gosh. It is summer now, but it won't be summer in a couple of months, which is how much work I have to do. Aw, thank you. Thank you, Stevie. I'm hanging in there. How are you? How are things where you are? I left the U.S. a year and 8 months ago. Get a lot of rain in the wintertime. Hello. Hi, Karen. Oh, my goodness. Oh, the politics. I know. I don't have access to GoFundMe. My mom calls me by my board name. You can hear Saddam. Oh my goodness, he's next door snoring. What you do hear his son though. I was actually in the village taking Mama home. That's his son, yes. I do talk to my mom. Don't they though? Don't they? Ooh, that breeze feels nice. It is 10:51 p.m. I have my Cash App pinned up here. It's this. Can you guys see the little blue banner? He's watching YouTube. I have to move because they're shutting the refugee camps down. Yeah, that's it. Right there. Yeah, it's the sticker. Okay, good. Sometimes it disappears. But yeah. Like, TikTok gifts are great and all, but they take 60%, so it takes a lot to make a little. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of hard work. What's the best thing about living here? Being surrounded by a huge loving family. And when I mean a huge loving family, like, I mean, like, oh my gosh. There's 6 kids here, plus his parents, plus all of his brothers. I have had a couple people offer to set up a GoFundMe for me. But because I live in another country, I've declined because I don't want anyone to get in trouble if it's against the rules for them to set up a GoFundMe if the person doesn't live in the States. So I've just said no to everybody that has offered and just been like, it's fine. If you want to send Cash App, send Cash App. If you don't, that's okay. You don't have to. If you want to help, that's great though, because I could use the help, but you don't have to. Well, hello. I can't get Amazon. I can't get Amazon. No online ordering or anything like that. I live in Idlib, Syria. Soon to be, hopefully, Webda. I moved here because I married a Syrian man, and I met him on TikTok. I need something to drink. Would you guys like to come with me while I find something to drink? Ugh. Okay. Yes, you're going to come with me. You're going to come with me. I am Muslim, yes. Oh, gosh, that's bright. Field trip through the rest of my house that soon will be my house. Oh my gosh, that light is like, woo! Webda is about 3 hours south of me. Your bird is watching you very closely. Look at my birds. Say hi, birdos. Say oops. Say hi. Say hello. Deep, 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 deep. Yeah, hi, Nimbus. Sweet boy. Can you say hi to Kenji? You seepy boy. He's seepy boy. He said, I seepy. Leave me alone. Oh, Jesus. Woo. Tell me why I didn't see you get up and leave and come in. I had a heart attack. My heart hurts. Oh my God, there was a kid in here. Okay. We're going to turn this way. Turn this way. Turn this way. Turn. I'm looking. Hold on.
Was?
No hubbas.
What?
Maybe. Juice. I had a juice. Is my juice gone? Did you drink my juice? You might have drank my juice. Hold on. You guys are just staring in my head. No, you didn't drink my juice. It's down here. Okay. Where is my juice? There's my juice. Okay. Thank you. Excuse me, pardon me. Nope, no civil war in Syria. Whose are the kids? My husband and the first wife. They have 6. Okay. She's sitting in there, so I'm going to go sit over here. Okay. Ta-da! He still has the first wife. I will drink it. Just hold on and watch. This is called Vine Nut, and it's hot, so it may not taste very good, but it's pomegranate juice. And we're just gonna. I am number 2. Well, it's not carbonated. That's a good idea. All right. Excuse me. Oh, we're buying more of that. He has 2. Okay, see? That's how you drink with that on. Wife number 1 is 43. How did she take him getting a new wife? I mean, I guess she's okay with it. We're friends, so. We don't live with one another. I have my house and she has her house. Yeah, it's called Vine Nut pomegranate juice. And it's actual, like, stupid light. It's actual pomegranate juice. Like, I thought it was going to be carbonated, but it's not. It's just actual pomegranate juice, so. Why do I have to move? This is the clock. It's tied. It's tied back here. See? There's like a little band that's back here. No, the wives do not have to agree on another wife. It's not a thing. Will you ever see your children, mom and dad again in person? Probably not. Does she get jealous of me? I don't know. I don't know. Am I allowed to have another husband? I am not. I don't want one. He has 2 wives. How did I learn about Islam being an American? I was doing humanitarian work that took me to the Middle East. Why would anyone want 2 husbands? I mean, if you have one, like that should be your answer to that. This isn't a burqa. This is a khimar. It's a khimar. Burqas don't have eye holes. I mean, it's okay. Am I going to do any more Syrian snack reviews? I have bought the last 2 sets of Syrian snacks at $25 a piece for a week's worth of videos, and I can't do it anymore. Inshallah, I do occasionally get the random person who will send me money for snacks, and if that happens, I will buy snacks and do more videos, but it's not going to be as, like, clockworky as it was before. And it had the shway shway logo letter B. Shway. Shway shway. I'm still learning. How would I feel if he gets another younger wife again? I'm fine with that. He's allowed 4 in Islam. I follow Islam. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says he's allowed 4. He's allowed 4. However, I will tell you that he is a 2 and done kind of man. He said he is not in the market for another wife. What are some of my favorite meals? Good question. I like feta. I like feta and I like shawarma. You can never go wrong with a good shawarma. I have on Kahol, which is like a mineral eyeliner. It's all natural. There are rules to having multiple wives in Muslim culture. Absolutely. What made me change religion? Well, I didn't really have religion before, so I didn't really change religion. How much in U.S. currency would it take to be considered wealthy in Syria? Probably like $100,000. Yeah, mostly because they disowned me and refused to have anything to do with me. So you can watch my 3rd pin video if you have any more questions about kids. But yeah. I'm at work. Are groceries very cheap? Depends on what you're buying. I did know that I was going to be the 2nd wife from the get-go. Hi, Marie. Gas is $1 a liter. And food can be expensive depending on what you buy. Hi, I'm at work right now. Can we have a list of your fears? I did keep my U.S. citizenship. Yeah, I did. Hi, I'm a full-time content creator, slash artist. Slash artist. Work in progress. I did have a wedding ceremony. Oh my gosh, Cassidy, thank you for the tiny dining. Do I miss the States? No, I do not. Do me and the other wife hang out? We do. We do. And I am happy, yes. Oh, you're alright, Shelly. You've had your coffee, right? You had your iced coffee today? Oh, my eyebrows aren't showing. It won't do it. Oh, I'm sorry. I wanted to say howdy, ma'am. But it didn't let me. No, each wife has her own house. What is the quality of life like here? Do you have wifely chores that you must do? I mean, I have to keep my house clean, but I had to do that in America, so, yeah. I was in the village, Shelly. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Look, everything goes back to normal tomorrow, okay? Mama went back to the village. She's feeling much, 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 much better. She's got plenty of medicine. I got her a watermelon on the way. She's a happy mama, okay? We don't answer intimacy questions here because it's just that. It's intimacy between me and my husband. And their intimacy is between him and her and none of my business. Like, whoa. How can you go live? Like on TikTok? You have to have 1,000 followers to go live here on TikTok. But usually you can, you can just hit the little, my gosh, that threw me. You can hit the plus sign, and then if you're eligible, it'll say live at the bottom, and you can just scroll over, and then you can just hit go live, and ta-da! My husband is a farmer by trade. Yes. People do ask wild questions. Do I share a house with my husband? Yes. Oh, you don't need 1,000 followers anymore. Well, when I was doing it, you had to have 1,000 followers. I'm so sorry, Shelly. Well, just so you know, I was missing everybody. They changed it all. Well, see, how would I know? There you go. See, okay, so you only have to have 50 followers now. But the process is still the same. If you click the plus sign in the middle, you should say live, and you scroll over and hit go live. What do I think heaven will be like? Beautiful and green with lots of water. Do I ever battle on TikTok? I hate battling. I'm going to be very, very honest with you. I don't like it. It makes me feel kind of, oh my gosh, look at the prairie, Donnie. Oh no, I'm so sorry. Thank you, Sammy. That's getting clipped. It is so adorable. You just did it roar. I hate battling. Can I tell you, Stevie? I hate it. Do you know why I hate it? Because they always put me up against these people, and they don't have anybody watching them, or like sending them gifts or anything. Oh, look at the Dinah. Be scared. Don't be scared. You know what you do? You just turn the camera on and you talk like you're talking to your best friend. Yeah. One and the same. I'm gonna call him Mackie Cheese. I am Muslim, yes. He's my Mackie Cheese. Hi, cat. Hello. Oh, I wear a niqab. Are my parents Muslim? No. Oh no! I'm sorry, Shrew. That's got to be hard to deal with. Because I am from Tennessee. Hi, Bonnie. Yeah, I don't know. Alright, well, thank you for stopping by and hanging out, Messi. Yeah, I am from Tennessee. If you want to know about my revert, like how I became a revert, or like my life before Islam, they're on my pinned videos. Do have yourself a looky poo. It is, Michelle. It is much better. It is. He had leukemia, been fighting it for a year. Doing better though, I hope, Shrew. Oh yeah, being from Tennessee's fun. Lots of people from Tennessee. Now, Camden, I'm forever going to call you Mac and Cheese. By the way, it took me like dang near 15 minutes to figure out that was you. Oh dear. The Big Mac. Please, I don't want to know why he got that name. I know you well, I didn't see it. There were 300 and something people in here. There's like 350 people in here. You're from Tennessee? Yeah, I'm from the Tellico Plains, Athens area. Like 4 times. Well, there were 350 people in here. And then I was like, that's Kenji. Like, I looked at your profile picture and I was like, that's Kenji. I know that person. That's not Mac. That's Cam. I'm just slow on the uptake tonight. Okay? I'm slow. No, most of my learning actually came from the apps and being immersed in the language. So I didn't have a choice when I got here but to start understanding what things, like there are just words you hear every day, you figure out what they mean. And so being immersed in the language makes it a little bit easier. However, Mondly has been a great help for me because they not only do they have like vocabulary, but they also have grammar sections, and they have sections where you can actually like try out like real life conversations, which I like. How far were you from Pigeon Forge? About an hour. About an hour and a half if the traffic was bad. Somebody's listening to Justin Bieber. Please don't judge me. It's not me. One of the kids is watching a YouTube. Who taught me to cook Syrian food? My husband. Yeah, Justin Bieber. I hear it. Baby, baby, baby. Hello. Hi, Miss Debbie. Absolutely. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I am just Etowah's small. I hear a dog. I'm doing good, Miss Debbie. How are you? Oh, I'm sorry, Lemon. That had to be hard. I have not been back to America since I left. When am I going to the village? I just got back from taking Mama home, but I literally need to be out of here in like 20 days. So that's where I'm at. I'm going, regardless. I may just have to disappear for a while. But I can't sell the block from my house if I'm in my house. Which is not going to help me build the first wife's house any faster. So I may just have to do without. Yeah, well, you know. Because winter is going to be coming on. So we're coming up into July. It'll be midway through July in 20 days. So August and September are the only months left where we're guaranteed no rain. So, the block from her house, we will be selling the block from her house as well, but not until after I sell the block from my house, and get her house built. So that's where we're at right now. First wife, 2 wives. I live in Idlib, Syria. I'm from Tennessee. I know, I don't like that they're not helping either, because you would think block is like the cinder block that's behind this concrete. Why do you have to build the first wife's house? Well, right now there's no work in Syria, so really, like, what I bring in content creating and doing these lives like this, is all the money that we have. So, that's where I'm at. When we move to the village, he'll be able to go back to work as a farmer. We've already got plans to plant another crop. Yeah, we function as a family, so I'm just helping out. Yeah. I think my wrap is loose on my house. Yeah, we've been friends for a while now. I was still living in the States. My day is over. It is almost tomorrow. Yes, so the older kids will be going to help. Exactly. It's just like he did odd jobs. He did all of the money. He had all the money was coming from him when I first got here for like food and stuff like that. But then the work just kind of went away and fizzled out, and there's no work here right now. So he can't earn money. So that's where content creation comes in, and I'm able to help. I reverted to Islam 3 years ago. The first wife doesn't work. She has some small children, and she's never really worked before. So, oh my gosh, a lot has changed. A lot has changed in Syria itself. So, well, as long as we're eating and we get to the village, because here's the thing, the village is key. Do I have dogs? No, those are wild dogs you're hearing. Yeah, well, I wish the news was they were going to help the refugee camps move back to their village of choice or whatever, but they're not. So, yeah. If I get the bare minimum, I can get my internet up and running, and then you guys can see us build the house from the ground up. So the very first thing that would be going in is the internet dish, and the solar panels, because you have to have electricity to run it. Yeah, Syria is closing all of the refugee camps. Is his wife my wife? No, it doesn't work like that. His wife is his wife, and I'm also his wife. I did work really hard in the U.S. I worked 2 jobs. I rode a bike everywhere. It's so close to under my eyes, it is. I was a MIG welder. I was a MIG welder when I lived in America, and a property manager. I had 2 jobs. Yeah. MIG welder and a property manager. Until I got fired from being a property manager because I reverted to Islam, and they didn't like that very much. So I lost the first job, but I had the second job at the factory as a MIG welder, so that kind of worked out. When I reverted to Islam, I lived in Kentucky, and I won't be coming back to the U.S. without my husband. I worked too hard to be here and be with him to ever leave. Homestead people paid for bricks with their names written on. I'll write your name in Arabic on a brick if you want me to. That's cool. I will write your name on a brick. Reverted. They're not. They're out there. I can write in Arabic. People love their names on stuff. They do. Yeah. I've been studying Arabic for a little over a year now. How do you send the brick with no money? You don't send the brick. The brick gets built into a house. You're it would be like the first wife's house would have a wall with the names of all the people who helped. I lived in Hoptown. Yeah. I do not have air conditioning. Yeah, it'd be so expensive to send a cinder block with your name on it. I sleep on a mat, think of it as a Japanese floor mattress. Oh, heck, I don't know. What about the cost of the brick? Let me ask, Saddam. I said you ever above the ground. Let me ask how much a brick is. Thank you, Nina. It's so cute. It's a teddy bear. How do I stay cool? You don't go out in the sun very much. Money on bricks, yeah. I'll figure out how much one brick is. Sounds like a plan. I think they're like, it would have to be at least $5 or $10 a brick just to make it, feasible. You've been off for a few days because of the chemo. I've been off. Yeah, that sounds about right, Debs. I've been off because I was in the village, so you didn't miss anything, Kathleen. How are you doing? Do I take vitamin D supplements? No. A name wall would be really cool. No, I wouldn't be able to mail it to you, but, I can send you a picture. Could you imagine trying to mail a block? It's the name wall. Absolutely. We would have to keep it. I live in Idlib, Syria. Yeah, I'm building the first wife a house. Oh, I'm sorry, Kathleen. The wall of names. Sidewalk? Wall. Probably not going to do sidewalks for a while, but a wall would be cool. Well, because she's not going to have a house in the village if I don't. Absolutely. See you later, Stevie. Thanks for stopping by. Boop. Oh, good. See you soon. No, she lives in her own house. Bye-bye. Bye-bye now. Oh, my goodness. I gotta get off here. I'm getting delirious. Built brick by brick. Exactly. Exactly. It sounds lovely. It sounds absolutely lovely. I'm building her a house first. That is the plan, Scribbles. So the plan is $1,500 gets me to the village with the ability to live stream and have electricity. Right? So I have solar panels, a battery, a tent, and a dish for the internet. And then I build her house, and then I sell the brick from her house, and I hopefully build my house without any issue. Can I live with my mom? No. No, the other wife does not live with me. She lives by herself. Well, not by herself. Each one of us lives by ourselves every other night. But he goes in between houses. There are 2 houses. Each wife has her own house. Yeah, so think event tent. Not like Walmart pup tent special. They're big tents. It's a brick raisin. Exactly. Exactly. So I'm going to try to sell the brick. Got somebody who has power tools that can take it down brick by brick. And they can reuse the block. I don't have power tools, so I'm basically selling them the house standing, and they're going to tear it down. She's eventually going to move because she'll eventually have a house in the village. Until she has a house in the village, she'll be staying here in the house that she has now. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. It is kind of laggy. No, my house is going to be a tent. Her house is going to be an actual house. She's going to move once she has a house. Arabic. Yes, I can read and write in Arabic. I wish they weren't making everyone move, but hey. It's not my choice. It's not my decision. When they originally announced that they were going to be closing the refugee camps, they said they were going to help. They said that you could sign up, get your name on this list, and they would help you. They were giving so much money to each family, right? Which wasn't enough, by the way. I think they were offering like $600, which is not even enough to build a house. But hey, $600 is $600. It would have at least bought some solar panels or something. However, they came out a couple of weeks after that and said, "Oh, we've decided we're not going to be doing that. But we are still going to be moving forward with closing the refugee camps. We hope to have them 80% cleared by the end of the year." Fully closed by the beginning of next year. And I'm just like, okay, well, that's great, because the only people that are left in the refugee camps, and you'll see them on here, you'll see other Syrian families on here, by the way. The only families that are left in the refugee camps here in Syria are the destitutely poor. The poorest of the poor. We live in a refugee camp because my husband's village was bombed during the war. And they basically lost everything. All of their livestock was killed. All of their farm equipment was taken. Anything of value from their house was taken. My husband almost died. He had part of his leg blown off. They reattached it, but not very well. And he still has problems out of it. This recent war that just ended in 2024, yes. Absolutely. Thank you, Michelle. Sunni versus Shia. I'm Sunni, and the only difference that I can tell you from Sunni to Shia is Sunni follow the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The Shia follow his cousin Ali. I don't know a whole lot about Shia. I try not to learn about. I'm not like into. There's enough to learn about Sunni Islam. I will absolutely follow you back right now. There you go. I'm going to be taking the block. I don't have the stuff to mold the block myself. I have to buy the block. When I buy the block, I'm going to be taking a list of names, and we're going to be writing them. So it'll be like a name wall. I've got to start keeping a list. Well, thank you, Michelle. Did you happen to, put your name or what you want on your brick? In your, thing? Because if you didn't, that's cool. Can you send me a private message on here? Because I'm going to start a list. Walaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I want, everybody's brick to be, the way they want it to be. To just, have on it what they want to have on it. Don't go extravagant on me, though. But yeah, hopefully I can get everybody's. Yeah, send me a private. Absolutely. Yeah, put it in your note. Brick. So we're building my first wife a house here. My first wife, she's not my wife, she's his wife. Yeah, so we're gonna I'll probably end up having to paint on it, to be honest. Write on it or paint on it. Yeah, a name or like, I don't know, whatever you want, but like let's not go like extravaganza, okay? So like, I can't get like too detailed or it'll take me forever to build her house. But yeah, basically you get one side of a cinder block, and we can figure out like your name and maybe a message or something like that you want on it. Or, you know. Yeah. Yeah, I would say at least $10 a brick, because then we're able to get somewhere. But if you can send more, you can send more. Like, I will, you can, like, connect your bricks maybe and make, like, a big message. I don't know. Yeah, a simple sentence and your name, will suffice. I'm from Tennessee. We're going to be building this before winter. I want to get done before October. Because I want her to be in the house before it starts raining. Rainy season starts in October. Usually the middle of October, but you can never be sure with how the weather is now. But yeah, like at least $10 get you a brick. Who am I going to hire? My family. My family is going to come and help. So his nephews are coming to help us. Yeah, I'm originally from Tennessee. But we're going to do all the building and stuff ourselves. So, do I have a place for my tent? Yes. I just don't have my tent, but I have, oh, it's the drama. Welcome back, drama. Not a whole lot. We took Mama home to the village. Hi, Rach. Yeah. Why do I have a cover on my face? Well, because I'm modest and I'm Muslim. And so, yeah. So she went home and, she's happy now. I got her a watermelon on the way home. Absolutely. If you want to, you can send it, I guess, PayPal or Cash App, and then send in the note, put what you want it to say. I'm in the back room of my house. I didn't know this was the back room of my house. This is my bedroom. His parents do not have a house, actually. When I build my house, I'm building them a room. I answer the same questions because it's usually different people. We are trying to raise money to build my first wife a house in the village so she doesn't have to live in a tent. Can you have a tour one day? It really is just it. Look. Ta-da! Oh, there's babies. This is my bedroom. This is my couch. This is my mural. That's my pillows. I'm American, but I'm also Syrian, so I'm a Syrian citizen now. $100 American goes, it goes fairly far. It takes about $150 to $175 for me to feed my family of 9 for a week. I don't sleep on a rug, I sleep on a mat. That's not a rug, it's a mat. And it's great for your back, by the way. That's just culture. It's just how they do here in the Middle East. In Syria, specifically. I can't speak for other Middle Eastern countries, because I've not done a lot of sleeping in other countries, so. Average cost of a house compared to the U.S. I am going to build a house for less than $3,000, so like $2,000, $2,500, depending on like what you want. There you go, Carly. Yeah, we don't have a house in the village yet. But a really, really, really nice house here is about $50,000. Like, I'm talking like full on like hot water, AC, tile on the walls and the floors, that kind of thing. Where do you get electricity from? I have solar panels. Yeah, I have solar panels. I live on solar. Yeah, super cheap if you have $50,000. Do I have $50,000? No, I do not. Will I have AC in the new house? Probably not. Probably not. I just don't have money like that. It's going to take us years to build back to what he had before the war. But that's okay. The Wi-Fi, I don't know. It is satellite Wi-Fi. So, what does a 3K house include? It pretty much looks like this. So you have finished concrete walls. It's not just brick. You have concrete floor, but you get running water and a toilet, and you get actual like windows instead of like right now. My window's just a screen. I don't know if you can see it over there. Maybe show this one. It's just a screen. So, I spent all my money getting to Syria. I was poor in America, so. I may actually be in a tent over winter, but that's okay. This will be my second winter in a tent if that happens, and that's okay. It is dark here, yes. It is 11:35 at night. Yeah, they lived in the bombed out, like, shell of their previous house. So when I build my house, I'm building them a room and a toilet of their own, and they're going to come live with me. Winters are super cold here, and it rains a lot. It's rainy. It's the rainy season, which sucks. I'm a full-time content creator. And then I do some art commissions and stuff online for like digital art. And I'm getting my teaching English as a foreign language certification. So, hopefully that works out and I can get a job as a teacher in the village. What is it for you in winter like in the States? It was very similar to winters in Kentucky, kind of cold and wet, with snow here and there. It snowed twice here last year. Where it stuck. It flurried a couple of other times, but it really snowed like twice. Yeah, I'm trying to be self-sufficient and like do things where I can bring in income that's like steady and stuff. Alright, well, you enjoy your niece's softball party. Do I have a stove for heat? I do. Does the concrete make it colder on the inside? I put down rugs in the wintertime, so it's, ooh, congratulations again on the job, Cam. Well, for a couple of reasons. A, I really like my own privacy. It's only going to be one room, so I'm not living with my husband, with the first wife, in a one-room house. Nope, I will live in a tent, thank you very much for privacy. I have 2 blankets. You can actually see them. Well, technically this is a blanket, but it's not big. It's like really small and my feet stick out the end of it because it's like made for toddlers. But yeah, these are my blankets. So I have 2 full-size blankets. But yeah, in the wintertime, I put down rugs, so I'm not walking on the concrete in the wintertime. I just have my rugs pulled up and in storage because it's too hot for rugs. I prefer it to be colder in the summer. Do you sleep in the body cover? No. No. Walaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hello. I am, well, me and his family, so his nephews are coming to build it. We're going to build it ourselves, yes. It's a labor of love for the family. If I wanted to show my face, I could. However, I'm not going to, because I don't want to. Oh my goodness, it's slowing down. Maybe I should hop off here and go to bed now. that it's all nice and slow. Do women have rights here? They absolutely do. There is good dental care over here. Will your husband also look for work? He's been looking for work for the last 6 months. However, he is going to be doing farming again. Inshallah, Yarab. Inshallah. Syria is not occupied. Well, okay. Skirt, pump the brakes. Let me back that up. Syria is occupied by Israel a little bit in the southern part, down next to Suwaida. In the northern part, in 2 areas near Camp El Raj and Ain El Arab, it is occupied by Kurdish forces. So there's just a couple of parts that have some very interesting issues, but the mass majority, I would say like 98% of the country, is controlled by Ahmed al-Shara and the new Syrian government. The tapping doesn't really help me with money, but it does put me out on the For You page, and it gives me like weekly rankings, so that's good. I moved into my brother-in-law's house, but we haven't moved to the village yet. I just know that they're Kurdish, so I don't know if they're Muslim or not. Yeah, so Ahmed al-Shara won the country, and he's been like trying to come back and like make it a unified Syria. Some people do disagree with the way he's doing it, and that's what's caused a couple of the issues in like with the Kurdish defense forces versus the new Syrian government, and then of course Israel in the south doing their thing. So it's really 3 groups, but it's the mass majority. Like I said, 98% of the country is controlled by Ahmed al-Shara and the new Syrian government. So it's just there's a couple of pockets in the north, like over near Iraq, that are troublesome, and then there's that one spot that Israel's kind of like invaded a little bit into Syria. Is that an Islamic group? The Kurdish Defense Forces? No, not to my knowledge. Most Iranians are Shia, yes. I think a lot of misinformation. Hey, Teresa, it does come from things that Americans have seen. Yeah, the other group is controlled by the Is Not Real. So they're Jewish. Should be back to cooking tomorrow evening. Yes. What's the biggest misconception you feel that the U.S. has about Syria? That they hate y'all and that they're gonna hurt people if they come over here. And that's just not true. I mean, Syrians love Americans. Like, absolutely adore y'all. To a fault. They love you. They love the country. Like, you cannot. You do not understand how much they absolutely adore America. Completely different than Iran. Well, I mean, kind of look at what America's doing to Iran, and then you get your answer right there. What's the sweetest thing someone has done for me? When I first got here, so when I was coming here, I made a couple of stops in Turkey. I didn't have my bags with me because I was trying to make a land crossing. And the buses that do land crossings have limited space, so you can't take a lot of stuff with you. So all I had was a backpack. And in my backpack, I had my Quran, my prayer mat, and my prayer beads. And my paperwork. And I didn't have any spare clothes or shoes. And so the Christians aren't treated bad here. The whole of Damascus decorates for Christmas. Like the whole city. I know. I thought I was going to sleep too. But yeah, no, the Christians aren't treated badly here. the beads. Hold on a minute. Let me explain. So, the nicest thing somebody had done to me, or for me, so I went to stay with some of his family, and, like, I hadn't changed clothes in a couple days because I didn't have clothes to change into, and they actually gave me, clothes. And they didn't have clothes either, by the way. Like, it wasn't like, yes, the Muslims and Christians are cool inside of Syria. They didn't have a lot of clothes either, so for them to, like, give me clothes, was a big deal, because they didn't have them to give, but they gave me clothes, to wear. And I thought that was just the sweetest, because they didn't have to, at all. Let me see if I can find my tasbih beads. Here they are. Okay, so we do something in Islam called dhikr, which is remembrance of Allah. And a lot of times it comes with, like, you would do, they look like this. You would do so many. So you want to do, like, 100. And you want to say Subhanallah 100 times. Then you take your tasbih beads and you can count off by doing the beads. And you don't have to count in your head. You just have to push. Every time you say Subhanallah, you push a bead. All the way around until it goes all the way around back to this side. And then you've done 99. And then you count the big bead as 1 and you've got 100. So we use them in dhikr, in remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. These actually came from Mecca. They were a gift from one of his aunts. Went to Hajj. And she brought me back this set of tasbih beads from Mecca. So these are actually from Mecca. You do dhikr as many times a day as you possibly can. So, because it's remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So there's nothing there, like, you do, as many as you possibly can. I like to try 500 Subhanallah, 500 Alhamdulillah, 500 Allahu Akbar, 500 Allah ilaha illallah, and then 1,000, salah to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, which is kind of long. So, I try to do 1,000 of those. I don't always get there, but, you know, this is not a Catholic rosary. This is tasbih beads, prayer beads for their Islamic prayer beads. Yes, Miss Kathy, thank you so very much. How far is the nearest church? Like Christian church, or are you talking like Muslim masjid, like mosque? If you want to know why and how and all that, Christian, Aleppo, I think. About 30, 45 minutes. Aleppo. There's not a lot of Christians in Idlib. So, Idlib is like 99% Sunni Muslim. But Damascus and Aleppo have your Christian, populations. So, about 30, 45 minutes. The women are allowed in the mosque. They have a special women's section in the mosque. So you are very much allowed to go pray inside the mosque. Does anybody have any like last minute questions? Because I'm going to hop off here. It's almost midnight. So I'm going to hop off and go to bed. But it's been wonderful talking to everybody. Do I have indoor plumbing? Yes. I have a toilet. I have running water. Would I ever come back to visit? Maybe. It's just, travel's really expensive. So, if you want to know, like, my revert story, that is my first pinned video on my profile. It's just easier for me to point you to the video. Am I going to fast tomorrow? Probably not. Probably not. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you missed the live. I'm not normally on this late. So, yeah. But I had just got back from the village, so I wanted to hop on and say hi, hey, hello to everybody. But now I'm going to go stare at the back of my eyelids. When do I leave to start building? I'm going to give it about 20 days. 2 weeks to 20 days. So 14 to 20 days, and then I'm going to leave. Because I have to, because I need a couple months to do all the work. It's just me and his nephews, and then him when he does get there. So it's like, while it's great and all, it's a family affair. It takes a while to do all that work. The eye's doing much better. It's a little bloodshot right now because I'm tired, but yeah, it's doing much better. I can actually see out of it, which is great. Am I going to be alive tomorrow? I will be live at between 4 and 5 my time. In the afternoon, and we'll do some cooking. I don't know what I'm cooking, but we're gonna do some cooking. If I get the money to do live, like to have internet, then I'll be live when I build. If not, then I'll just have to like film video or something. I don't know. I'm trying to do it live though. It just makes more sense to do it live. Oh, I was worried about me too because I couldn't see out of my eyeball, and I thought, oh no, this is the end. But no, it got much better now. I got a little irritated on the way to the village because there was some dust in the air, because it's extremely dusty in Syria in the summertime, because it gets so dry. But other than that, it's okie dokie. Healthcare is doing much better now. There's no health like insurance. But most things are affordable. And most doctors will work with you even if you can't afford it up front. So, Syria is just a wonderful place. I think for the most part, the only pockets of issue are obviously Iran and America are still like, and of course the is not real. The is not real be causing problems all over the place. They can't get enough genocide. So they just keep starting them here, there, and everywhere. Nope, not too many Americans living in the Middle East. Yeah, the is not real. Alright guys, it's been super fun to hang out with you guys, but I'm gonna hop off here and stare at the back of my eyelids now because I'm very tired. I'm very tired. So if you haven't already, follow me. Make sure you turn your notifications on. Am I saying Israel does genocide? I am saying Israel does genocide. I need it. I forget to take care of myself sometimes. So, but yes, thank you guys for coming and hanging out and being so sweet. And I will see you tomorrow for what I hope to be, sushi. Not what I hope to be sushi, because we don't have sushi here, but sushi. Yeah. So, okie dokie. Well, I will see you guys tomorrow. Okie doke. Okie dokie. See you tomorrow, and y'all behave yourselves. Okie doke. Okie doke. Sleep well. Well, sleep well. You have a good day. I'm going to sleep well. Inshallah, I get a really good, good night's sleep. Let's not do religion. Oh, there's nothing about religion. It was about the Israeli government. Nothing about religion, Brenda. It wasn't a religious comment. Okay. Alright, see you later, bye!